Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's a very exciting day. Welcome, by the way, back to This Little Wonderful Life. I keep forgetting to introduce myself in case anyone's just popping along for the first time. I think I did it in yesterday's vlog. No, Sunday's vlog. But I'm Ali. I live in Kent and I make little sort of daily life vlogs. Vlogs about crafting. Vlogs about books. Vlogs about just life stuff. Ordinary life stuff. And I also have another channel, this Little Drops of Wonderful, which is all about knitting and crochet. And everything you need to know about that is linked underneath. Welcome. And today is an exciting day because I'm getting a new coffee table delivered. I don't get out much. So I will talk a bit more about that later when it arrives, but it's not arriving. I got a little text message this morning saying it'll be arriving between 11 and 2. So I'm going to get out for my daily walk now to rack up some miles for the 1,000 miles in a year challenge. I'm just getting my grubby old trainers on. I need to get some bits from the supermarket, the big supermarket, which is normally about a 10-15 minute drive away, but I'm going to walk it. It's about 3 miles, and if I go across country, it's quite nice. So I'm going to do that. I had a few questions about my trainers because I was talking on Instagram about how I need proper walking trainers. I have walked almost 100 miles this year so far in a pair of Nike something or others, which are falling apart and are not made for, they're sort of fashion trainers more than sporty trainers. So I need to get some proper ones for walking, particularly as I spend a lot of time walking on pavements. And no, I have not done that yet. I just simply have not had the time to go out and get to the shops and try them on and so on. But I really, really do need to. I've had some brilliant recommendations on Instagram for brands and types of trainers to try. So I need to do that because I don't want my next 100 miles to be in these trainers. They're not very, I saw a thing on Instagram about dopamine dressing where you dress, I don't know what it really means, I'll have to Google it. It was Clarissa at Crochet Cakes was doing it. And she was just wearing all stuff that made her feel happy and buzzy. And when I look at my trainers, they don't make me feel happy and buzzy. But walking does, so let's go. My eyes are watering. I've just realised I've got no makeup on or anything. I don't normally wear makeup unless I'm going to work, so you'll just have to hold the camera further away. I thought I'd say hello now whilst it's quite quiet on this bit of road. It might look desolate. Oh, there's already somebody coming. Yeah, it might look desolate, but it's not. There's a lot of houses up here tucked away. There's lots of people on their way to school. Lots of people on their way to work. There's lots of dog walkers. There's lots of people out seeing to their horses in the fields, and there's quite a few cars as well that come up here. So say hello quickly and then I shall turn the camera to the surroundings.
Showed me how to reach for the best of myself. It's all good when you show the way, yeah. 'Cause even if
I have got post-walk hair, and it's just before 11 o'clock, so it's not lunchtime, but I'm hungry, so I'm going to have a little snack and a cup of tea. I'm making a cup of tea for Dan as well. He's just wandered off with 3 biscuits. He thinks I didn't see that. I saw that they had these in the supermarket, and this is an acquired taste. So I'm just saying to you, I really like this. I don't like the Yorkshire tea. So Yorkshire tea is my tea of choice. I love Yorkshire tea. And also, if you follow them on Instagram, they're hilarious. They're really funny. But they also do different flavoured teas. Now they do a bedtime tea, which I quite like, which is a decaf, and it's got, I think, a little bit of chamomile in it. It's very nice actually, and I've gone off it a bit recently. And they do a tea and biscuit flavoured one, which I really, really don't like. But I really like the toast and jam one. I really do. So I'm going to have one of those, and something else that's an acquired taste that nobody else in the house likes, which is good, are the white chocolate McVitie's digestives.
They're actually wrong.
I just love them so much. So I got some of those. I've just done an over 6 mile walk, so I have earned my special tea and my special white chocolate biscuit. If only you could see what Dan was doing in the background. He's doing a very special dance.
I'm not loosening my hips.
Is that weird? Your hips don't lie.
Oh, my hips don't work.
Are you going to say hello, or are you just going to be a disembodied
Hi.
voice? I've had questions again, Dan.
Well, we just need to get on and do it, don't we?
Yeah, I've had questions
You
about
show me how to
Dan's
do it.
hat. He's so close to finishing his hat, and we say on quite a frequent basis, let's sit down and finish your hat, and then we just don't do it. He's knitting a hat, and all he's got to do is the decreases. Pop it there, that's fine. Yeah, just stay, it's fine. We can get it in from here. Yeah. Exciting! It's here! This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's going to go here. Also, there's no instructions. I've only got to put the legs on. It's blinking heavy, and there's a scratch on it. That it's staying. Here's the new coffee table. It's a bit of an improvement. It's also quite a bit bigger, but I love the fact that there's space underneath it now. That lifts the room a bit because you can see more floor space, even though the footprint of it is bigger, if that makes sense. And we always had 2 boxes just here that had all the stuff for the Wii and the Nintendo. That's now in this drawer. However, we can probably get rid of about half of these because we just don't play them. So I'll get everyone to select what they want to keep later. This picture is a picture the girls did together years ago on an old bit of MDF. And I really want to get this put up on the wall. Kind of like it there too, but it will go up on the wall. So no more boxes. Nice clear area under the floor, and then in here it's almost empty. I've just got the remote controls, at last somewhere for the remote controls, and some of Lilia's bits that she uses for annotating her books. So I've got some stuff to sort out. This is stuff that's definitely doesn't need to be kept. Look at this for old school. Wee Zumba, with the Wee Zumba belt. That can go to the charity shop. We get most of our Wii games from the charity shop, and then when we get bored of them, we just give them back to the charity shop. We still play the Wii. Here's the view from the coffee table though. Box of stuff here that was going to go to a boot sale last summer, never did, so I'm going to donate it. But there's a couple of bits in there I might just pop away. But yeah. This is all mending, so this is here because it's either going to get mended or donated, and quite frankly I don't know what's in here. So I think, and then we've got boxes here that have come out of the old unit that we had there, so the girls are going to have to go through this and decide what they want to keep and what they don't. I've got a feeling they're not really going to want to keep any of it, so it'll be sorting stuff for donations. All of this stuff that I don't need in my house. It's just having the time to do it. That's why I always seem to be decluttering, I think, because I can only do it in fits and starts. Like you'll see me talking about it and I'll get like 10 minutes, 20 minutes tops, and then I'll have to ask other people what they want to do with stuff, and then it's separating it out, and then it's getting to the charity shop. I'm sure you all know what I mean. Decluttering is not just the act of making the decisions, it's the actual getting the stuff out of the house, isn't it? Right, I'm going to go and run the Hoover around and continue listening to my audiobook. I finished The Lost Bookshop and I really enjoyed it. There were bits in it where I thought it was really slow, and then there were bits in it that were just brilliant, like really, you know, I was hooked. But yeah, towards the end I was really, really into it. I really enjoyed it. It was quite a long book as well. It was quite a hard-hitting thing. There's definitely plenty of trigger warnings in there for coercive relationships and domestic violence and just, yeah, some quite serious topics. But yeah, it was also slightly magical. I loved it. And I'm now listening to one, again, I'd found it on Audible, but just on the off chance, I went to look if it was available on Everand, and it is. So I'm listening to The Wild Water Women. I don't know the author, so I put it on the screen, which is about people discovering, you know, a fictional novel about people discovering wild water swimming, and so far, I'm enjoying it. Well, it's got altogether too exciting this afternoon. What with the delivery of the new coffee table and the sorting out of it, and Lilia's got another university on audition today, but it's online, so she's just come home from college and is getting ready for that. And then next door, randomly, decided to take down one of their trees. Well, they're taking both of them down actually, not completely, they're just cutting it down to fence height. So it will grow again, because they're beautiful trees. I don't know how to say it, Ginkgo biblico? I probably got that wrong, but they're lovely colour, but they were getting really tall. So they've been taking it down, so I took the liberty of filming it in slow motion. I've WhatsApped it to them. They're the people that own Mia, the cat who is currently asleep under Phoebe's bed, oblivious to the whole tree activity going on outside. The chickens are going absolutely bananas. They're like, they don't know what's going on. They're not happy with it. It's like they're three little chickeny foremen yelling orders at next door. I'm just having one of the muffins I cooked the other day. Delicious. I think I'm going to go and sit and watch a podcast or some kind of YouTube. I'm still working my way through Laura Penrose, her Vlogmas. I'm nearly done with them. So I might go and watch that, and I've got a couple of vlogs from Sarah over at Yarn Mugs to catch up on. So I might just go and do that and have a little bit of a crochet, I think. Give myself an hour off to get over the excitement.
And through the dark and cold, I know it's all good, 'cause now I'm the best of myself.
Good evening. I've lost track of what I filmed as usual. I'm in bed. It's about 7:30. I've had a bath and I've dried and straightened my hair in advance. I will have to sort it out again in the morning, because by the time I wake up it will look like I've been out in a storm or something. But I do like going to bed with straight hair, because otherwise it makes me feel itchy. I've got really dry lips and skin where I've been blowing my nose, but also where I've been out in the cold. I should probably wait and do this afterwards, otherwise I'm just going to be shiny for the whole time I'm talking to you. But when I went out yesterday to meet my friends at the cafe in town, I'd forgotten to take my Vaseline with me, so I stopped. I had to pop to Boots to get myself my daytime moisturiser anyway, I'd run out. So when I was there, I thought, oh, I'll just get another little thing for dry lips. And I saw this, and it wasn't cheap. It was about £10 in Boots. It's an Australian product. It's called Lana Lips, and it's 100%, I think. It says 100% natural, 101 uses, extreme hydration for extremely dry lips, skin patches, cuticles, elbows, and more. I'm sure I read on it somewhere. Oh, it might have been on the outer packaging that it is 100% lanolin, or at least mainly lanolin, which I thought was really fun because I'm a knitter and I'm a crocheter, and I use sheep's wool a lot, and of course lanolin, sheep, and it's brilliant. I've been putting it all over the dry bits that are just around my lips and on my lips and around my nose and everything like that, and it's lovely. It's a really intense moisturising feeling. It's not the same kind of sticky feeling that you get from Vaseline. It is similar to Vaseline, but obviously, yeah, I really like it. So I've had that about my person today, just thought I'd mention it. And I'm now going to spend a bit of time relaxing in bed. Phoebe's at trampolining, Lily's downstairs watching endless episodes of Doctor Who, and Dan's down there with her before he goes to pick her up. I'm going to do a bit of editing, and then I'm going to do a bit of crocheting, either on Lilia's blanket or my Advent project, my second Advent project, which I was working on earlier. And, oh yes, I wanted to mention something else. In the spirit of all the exciting things that have happened today, I completely forgot to mention the most exciting thing that happened yesterday. I was watching in bed last night what Victoria read. Well, when I say in bed, I mean at about 7 o'clock in the evening. I don't have any electronics in bed when I go to bed, but if I'm up here just chilling out, that's when I was watching. So I was watching what Victoria read, and she was doing her last in the series of Victoria Recommends Booktubers. I will link her channel underneath. I love her channel. She was recommended to me by a lovely viewer of this channel called Joe P. Hi Joe. And I just got absolutely hooked on her channel and some other booktubers like Charlotte at Books and Bargains and so on. And just, yeah, really helped me discovering those two and others, and Lucy Wood as well, has really helped me get back into the joy and the routine of reading again last year. And I read 50 books, and I couldn't have envisaged doing that the year before, but it's absolutely awakened my love of reading again, and making sure I make time for it. So anyway, all that to say is that Victoria's got an absolutely wonderful booktube channel. She covers her reading month. She does really long vlogs at the end of each month, which I love, all about her reading month and what she's been reading, what she's finished, and so on, any new books that she's got. And she does all kinds of other tags and lives and everything. I can't get enough of her content. And she put me in the cat mug. I mean, if you know, you know. If you know about Victoria's cat mug, you will know what an honour this is. She has a cat mug, and she puts the names of booktubers in there, and she pulls them out and recommends them. And I was the very last one out of the mug. I rewatched it 3 times because she was just so lovely about me, and I couldn't believe she put me in there because I'm not a booktuber at all. I love books. I love reading. I've made a lot of books. A lot of books? No. I've made a lot of videos involving books over the years, and more recently talking about what I've been reading. So I feel absolutely honoured by that. I was so excited. I went downstairs and I was like, I was in the cat mug. I was in the cat mug. Thank you, Victoria. You made my day. And the final thing I wanted to mention was... What did I want to mention? I can't remember. I just wanted to say a big thank you really for everybody for your comments. I've been reading your comments when I was in the bath, and I've been trying to keep up with them. It's quite hard to keep up with them, like completely on top of them all the time, but I do try, and I do love reading them. Oh my goodness, I love reading them. And you've just been so lovely and so positive, and you're happy to have a little quick blast of daily vlogs for a week, and thank you for that. And someone mentioned about finding joy in the mundane of every day, and that's really what this channel is about. But when I started it, it's This Little Wonderful Life. The name of it is not saying my life is wonderful, just saying this life that we share is not always wonderful, and it's important for me to try and find even the tiniest of things in every day. I have to make an effort to to think and to notice and to look for those little things, like noticing the first snowdrops, or using measuring spoons that look like toadstools, or just the little things in every day, tiny things, making a cup of tea and sitting down and enjoying it. That's what it's about for me. That's why I enjoy making the vlogs, because it helps me do that. I know I've said this a million times before. I'm repeating myself, I know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up because I've been talking for way too long, and I'm gonna go and get editing. I'm at work tomorrow. Chances are you're probably watching this a bit later than normal, because by the time I've finished editing after work tomorrow. Yeah, so I might go for a little walk. If I remember to take my my muddy boots with me, we might go for a little woodland walk at work. In fact, I'll set a reminder to do that now. Anyway, I'm going to stop blethering. Thanks so much for watching, for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, and last but not least, happy birthday to my sister, Jenny. Happy birthday.